Hello guys, let's talk about what's changing
Good
in
morning.
weather.
As you look out your window
Let's see.
today, you might notice the sky is already heavy with clouds and the wind is picking up. As we approach the final weekend before Christmas, the UK faces a spell of wild, unsettled weather, making this Saturday one to remember for its blustery conditions. Heavy rain and strong winds are sweeping across much of the country, disrupting travel and last-minute shopping plans. Streets are slick, umbrellas are turning inside out, and shoppers are braving the elements to finish their holiday errands. The Met Office has issued several weather alerts, urging everyone to be cautious, especially in western and northern regions, where the impact is expected to be most severe. These warnings highlight the potential for flooding, fallen branches, and even power outages in some areas. A band of wet and windy weather is moving eastward, so even if your morning is calm, conditions may worsen quickly. It's a day where the weather can change in an instant, catching many off guard. Roads and rail networks are particularly vulnerable, with hazardous driving conditions and potential delays. Commuters and holiday travelers alike should expect slower journeys and possible cancellations. The timing, just days before Christmas, adds extra pressure for those traveling to see family and friends. Many are facing the challenge of getting home safely in the midst of this turbulent weather. The southeast may escape the worst, but much of the UK is under formal weather warnings. If you're in the clear zone, consider yourself lucky, but don't let your guard down just yet. Today's focus is on public safety and minimizing disruption from the storm. Emergency services are on high alert, and communities are coming together to help those affected by flooding or power cuts. We'll break down the warnings, the risks, and the steps you can take to stay safe. From checking local updates to preparing your travel plans, a little caution goes a long way. Stay alert, plan ahead, and keep updated with the latest information. With preparation and awareness, you can navigate this blustery Saturday safely and make the most of the festive season. What does a yellow weather warning mean for you? It's a question many people ask when they see that familiar yellow symbol pop up on their weather app or the evening news. The answer is more important than you might think, especially if you're planning to travel, commute, or spend time outdoors. It's the Met Office's way of saying, be aware, disruption is possible, especially to travel and daily routines. Roads may become slippery, public transport could be delayed, and you might need to adjust your plans to stay safe. While yellow is the least severe of the alerts, it still signals a real risk of local or widespread problems. Even if it's not as serious as amber or red, yellow warnings can still mean flooding, hazardous driving conditions, or even minor property damage. These warnings are issued when there's a chance of impactful weather, but not enough certainty for an amber or red alert. The Met Office uses the latest data and forecasting models to decide when to issue a yellow warning, so it's always based on the best available science. Think of it as a heads up to check forecasts, allow extra travel time, and reconsider outdoor plans. It's a reminder to stay flexible and keep an eye on updates, especially if you have important commitments or vulnerable people in your care. The warnings are based on both the likelihood and potential impact of severe weather. This means that even if the chance of bad weather is moderate, the effects could still be significant for some people or areas. For example, moderate chances of strong winds that could disrupt travel will trigger a yellow warning. It's not just about rain, wind, snow, ice, or fog. It can all be reasons for a yellow alert depending on the season. It's not just about the weather. It's about how it could affect your safety and daily life. A yellow warning is a signal to take simple precautions like securing loose items outside or checking on elderly neighbors. So, if you see a yellow warning today, be vigilant. Flooding, travel delays, or power outages are possible. Even if the risk seems low, it's always better to be prepared and avoid unnecessary risks. Stay prepared, plan carefully, and don't be caught off guard. By understanding what a yellow weather warning means, you can make smarter decisions and help keep yourself and your loved ones safe, whatever the weather brings. Today's yellow weather warnings are in effect across a large portion of the UK. stretching from the southwest all the way up to the far north. These warnings highlight areas at risk for severe weather, and many communities are bracing for challenging conditions. The most significant impacts are expected in western and northern regions, where the weather is set to be particularly harsh and disruptive. Heavy rain is sweeping in from the Atlantic, drenching areas from Wales and northwest England up into southwest Scotland. Cities like Cardiff, Manchester, and Liverpool are already seeing persistent downpours, with local flooding possible in low-lying neighbourhoods. The Scottish borders and Dumfries and Galloway are also under threat, with intense rainfall especially over higher ground, making travel hazardous and increasing the risk of landslides in hilly areas. In addition, a separate yellow warning for strong winds is in place for coastal Wales, southwest England, and Scotland's west coast. Gusts could reach up to 70 miles per hour in the most exposed locations, causing dangerous conditions along the shoreline and for high-sided vehicles. The combination of relentless wind and heavy rain is making life especially difficult, with a heightened risk of flooding, power outages, and significant travel disruption for both drivers and public transport users. Meanwhile, the Midlands and South East, including London, will experience milder and drier conditions for much of the day. However, anyone planning to travel into the warning zone should be prepared for rapidly worsening weather and possible delays. These warnings are expected to remain in place for most of
Please
Saturday,
subscribe.
meaning affected regions will see little relief from the relentless rain and wind throughout the day. Persistent heavy rain is causing river levels to rise, raising the risk of flooding in vulnerable areas, especially in Cumbria, Lancashire, and the Welsh valleys, where local authorities are urging residents to stay alert. Emergency services and authorities are on high alert, closely monitoring river levels and flood defences, and standing ready to respond quickly to any incidents that may arise as the severe weather continues. The main threat today is heavy, persistent rain, 30 to 50 millimeters widely and over 80 millimeters on higher ground. With already saturated soil, flooding is a real concern, especially in vulnerable regions. Strong southerly winds add to the danger, making driving hazardous, especially for high-sided vehicles and on exposed routes. Winds may damage buildings, bring down trees and disrupt power lines, while coastal areas face large waves and spray. Flood alerts are in place across England, Wales and Scotland, with risks from both overflowing rivers and overwhelmed drainage systems. Surface water flooding can make roads impassable and driving treacherous. The combination of hazards, flooding, fallen trees and power cuts creates a complex challenge for emergency services. Today's storm is a classic example of how multiple weather threats can compound disruption. Communities across Wales and northwest England are already feeling the storm's effects. Roads are submerged, making commutes and shopping trips difficult or impossible. Social media shows cars navigating floods and pedestrians wading through deep puddles. Train delays and cancellations are widespread, with speed restrictions in place due to high winds. Major roads like the M74 and M6 are seeing heavy spray and reduced visibility. Businesses, especially in retail and hospitality, are losing crucial pre-Christmas trade as people stay home. Christmas markets are closing stores, and coastal pubs are seeing fewer customers. Families are rethinking travel plans, and outdoor events are cancelled. The storm's timing, so close to Christmas, adds stress and disappointment. For now, the priority is staying safe indoors and waiting for conditions to improve. The best advice? Stay informed and plan ahead. Check the latest forecasts and travel updates before leaving home. Delay non-essential journeys if possible. If you must travel, allow extra time, drive slowly, and watch for hazards like surface water and fallen branches. Secure loose items in your garden and clear gutters to prevent water damage. Keep your phone charged in case of power cuts. Stay away from coastlines and riverbanks. Waves and currents are dangerous. Don't take risks for dramatic photos. Safety comes first. Check on vulnerable neighbors and report hazards like fallen trees or flooding to authorities. Sensible precautions and community support will help everyone get through the storm safely. The situation is being closely monitored by the Met Office Environment Agency and Emergency Services. These agencies are coordinating responses and updating forecasts as conditions evolve. The good news, the worst of the storm should clear overnight with calmer weather expected Sunday. Some disruption may linger, but safer travel windows are ahead for those with postponed plans. The focus will shift to recovery and clean up in the hardest hit areas. This event is a reminder of the importance of preparation and heeding warnings. The UK's response systems are working to keep everyone
Thank you
safe.
for watching, guys.
Continue to follow
Subscribe for
official
more.
advice, check on others, and stay tuned for updates as the situation develops.